Good morning, everybody. Okay, good afternoon today, since we're doing an afternoon version of the update. But welcome to the show. Have a fun show for you today. We're going to talk about the most boring thing ever first, and that's the Fed meeting. So I know it's what everybody talks about. Maybe you're a Fed meeting junkie, but for those that aren't, we will blow right through that. But I do want to show you the actual statement. If you've never actually looked at it, I'll show you the changes that they made today. The market largely yawned, and we'll go from there. Secondly, big announcement in the food space, which we have talked about recently, and that's Chipotle, which is, this stock has such a history. It has screamed higher over the years, and they got in a bunch of trouble, then it screamed higher again. Well, they just announced a 50-to-1 stock split that's coming up here, I believe, in June. Mike will talk about that, as well as some of the buyback stuff that they have for the stock. So maybe that's something to consider there. But once we get through those two, we're going to get to the exciting topic of the day. And I repped, right? I got college all over. I got UNLV here. I got Bama up here. Look, Iowa State even making a presence. So I want to announce that we are having our own Ankerstar Wealth March Madness competition. Mike is the tournament director of exactly how this is going to work, but I'm very excited, and we'll see if Mike is repping anything at all during his talk. But before we get started, this is a financial education presentation. You have to do your own due diligence for acting upon anything you hear in this presentation. Full disclaimer information is available at ankerstarwealth.com. Let's look at the actual Fed meeting notes. Okay. So the Fed meets, and every 6 weeks and every 3 weeks they have the actual minutes that come out, and you dig through those. Then they have the announcement. Well, the announcement was today. It's was just a few minutes ago, 2 o'clock Eastern. What you see here on the screen is the full statement from the Fed. And you're like, well, that's not very much. And you're right. Yeah, it's not very much. Now, people will spend the next 6 weeks tearing this apart, so every word does count. But it's certainly better than us getting like a 60-page briefing, right? But what's cool is every time it comes out, they take the red line and cross. There's a red line, as you can see there, cross through what they changed and what they deleted from last time, and then what they put in this time is obviously underlined there. So this is I don't know that one's ever gone unchanged, but this is, if you were going to make a small number of changes as you could, that's about what you can do here. So they took out moderate, job gains have moderated since early last year, but remain strong to job gains have remained strong. So really, they didn't say much of anything. What does that mean for you, your portfolio, the market? Is this year we came in kind of expecting that the Fed's going to cut rates. The team here has kind of said it's probably not going to happen maybe till next year. And so far we've been right. And so the Fed's kind of kicking that can down the road. The one thing I will say is they are coming. The rate cut, the rates are not going to stay where they are right now. So the rate cuts are coming. So that's why the market's not really selling off over this news. So that's it. Boring Fed rate hike stuff. I will stop sharing. Let's go to something far more interesting. Over to Mike, and let's hear about some Chipotle.
Yeah. Boy, Steve, that document looked like one of my 5-paragraph essays from high school on my draft 1 to draft 2. Minor changes. Well, let's get into Chipotle. So the stock is trading at a 52-week high and an all-time high. Crossed even over $3,000, $3,000 a share. But big news, they are doing a 50-for-1 split. And I know Steve's covered stock splits in the past. It's like taking a huge Chipotle burrito and cutting it into 50 pieces, and it has the same amount of calories in it, but it feels like maybe you get some more. So anyways, the stock is up. They've also have a $300 million stock buyback that they announced in October. So stock is doing very well. It's almost an $80 billion stock. That's the market cap. So, definitely a company that we looked at. I know we covered this a while back with our fast food section. So Chipotle, good place to go. But what I wanted to get into next is our announcement of the Ankerstar Wealth March Madness. And, a lot of us are, former sports athletes. I know I was a Division IV high school, all league defensive end, honorable mention. So we bring that sports, out in us, and I do have to show, I put on the old
All right.
jersey here, it still fits. Thank goodness I don't have to wear shoulder pads. But anyways, so when we get into our March Madness, what I want to talk about today is the excitement of these stocks. We are going to take the top 64 stocks in the United States by market cap. So Microsoft #1, Apple #2. These are all, the top 4 are going to be #1 seeds. Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Google. You've heard of a lot of the top ones. And we're going to use this as kind of an educational show over the next couple weeks. So when you cross those brackets off this weekend, you've got something else to look forward to. You get to look forward to this, and you're going to have to make decisions. I'm going to reveal our brackets in just a moment. You're going to have to make some key decisions. Do you go with Coke or Pepsi? Do you go with Intel or Nvidia? Do you go Eli Lilly or Merck? How about this? Tesla, Toyota, or could they all be crushed by a caterpillar? There's so many things. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, all in the top 64. Walmart or Amazon, where do you shop at? Would you rather stream Netflix or Disney? These are the choices that you're going to have to make. Now, we are not going to track an entire bracket. I do not want to turn in 64 picks. But what we're going to do is you are going to turn in 4 picks. So you can just reply back to wherever you're watching this with your 4 picks. And as long as they're turned in by Sunday night, you will be eligible to win the trophy and take home this exciting award. So here are the brackets. We have 4 divisions. We have the Bill Gates division. Guess what? Microsoft's in there. We have the Steve Jobs division with Apple. We have the Elon Musk division. Tesla's hidden in there. And the Jeff Bezos division. Now, I'm not going to go through all 64 teams right here. But just be aware what'll happen is on Monday, the Bill Gates division will play their first round of games. And then the next day we'll do another division and so on and so forth. And we'll see who advances through our brackets. The winner is determined by the biggest percentage gain that day. So Microsoft, a 1 seed, is going against Uber. If Uber goes up 3%, Microsoft only goes up 1%, Uber will advance. So we do not know how this will go. This does not change any of our stock investments. It does not matter who wins this thing over the next 2 weeks. That does not put them into our necessarily into our portfolios, but it's just meant to be fun. So, think about this. You've got a few more days to get your entry. Get it in by Sunday night. Do you go JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo? Lots of decisions to make, but you're going to pick 4 teams, preferably from each division, but it doesn't really matter. You can pick 4 from any of these top 64. So all of these are listed on the United States Exchange. So even though Taiwan Semiconductor's on there, there's some companies from Mexico, these are listed on the US Exchange, and these are the 64 biggest companies. With that, I'll turn it back over to Steve.
No, I love it. I'm just trying to think out loud. How do we, if we put this bracket out to folks, I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll try to put it out as a picture or come up with some other means. And then we'll talk about it the next couple shows too, kind of as a reminder. So we'll owe that answer to you. But all in all, I love it. I think it's a good idea. And don't forget, not only are you getting a trophy mailed to you, I can't guarantee it's like the biggest trophy or not, but you will get a trophy for your inputs. And also, and I would even say more importantly, you will go on the annual Ankerstar Wealth March Madness Hall of Fame. You'll be like the first name on that list, because we do plan on doing this every year. We'll mature it as we need to and as we learn more. But that's all we've got for you today. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to put your 4 names anywhere you see this. Get the 4 names to us, and we will get your entry. And yes, 1 entry per person also is your limit there. So, all right, thanks so much for it. Now, maybe your spouse, I don't know, maybe your kids.
Sure.
I don't know, get them to join in. We shall see. All right, that's all I've got today. With that, we'll let you go, and we will see you back tomorrow. Bye.